Hey, how you doing, Taurus? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. Okay, I just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on, Tauruses? Okay, it does look like you have given yourself enough time to see that problems are not yours, and you have better news looking into things that are going to support you and help you with people's ideas and the negative stigmas that have been there to surprise you. It says you don't want to hear anything else, but you do know problems are not yours, so you're not going to agree to see things from anyone else's perspective but your own. Laugh because you did it. You walked away and you left a nice mind game for them to play on their own. Okay. All right, so it looks like you've left a nice mind game to let them play on their own with whatever, you know, things that have been going on with them in regards to you, them, whoever these people or individuals are. Okay. It says, I like that because I'm walking away and I certainly don't want to hear anyone telling me off. I've got good energy to tell myself it's better off without them, and I rather see no one, in my mind, no one move on in a way that's going to trouble me. Well done, Capricorn. Capricorn. I don't know if some of you guys are dealing with a Capricorn. Well done, Taurus, okay? Because it looks like you may have struggled to get away from, you know, certain individuals or certain people. Some of you guys could be struggling as well with some assets as well right now. Maybe you're trying to, you know, draw some funds, or maybe you're waiting for some money to come through and you're, you know, trying to see if you can get it. It could even be in regards to an inheritance, or maybe even just taking some assets from some personal funds that you have somewhere, or, you know, even an investment, you know, that sort of thing. All right, so let's see what else is going on. But it does look like you may have struggled with certain individuals, and you're deciding to kind of, like, you know, go down your own path and leave them to it. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. I love the way you walk away from situations, because I can tell you don't need me, do you? Okay, this could be a female here. Okay, it does say this person doesn't want to know that you're completely single or leaving them behind, but you wonder if everything is going to be okay. You warned yourself not to speak and leave the situation to unfold naturally. Karma is kicking her in her mind, helping her to see that problems are not yours. Maybe even solving your own is something that you dealt with, so you don't need to hear that anyone else is going to keep you there and make you feel like you're unwanted. Okay, so maybe you've been feeling like someone's been trying to hold on to you and make you feel like you're unwanted. Nervousness is recklessly going to make her want to come towards me. I feel like she will be there and want me. So I'm not going to speak about it, but I feel like nervousness will make her want me. So some of you guys will, you know, you're probably thinking nervousness is going to make this person want you in some type of way. If this isn't you as a female that feel this way about another person, or maybe a male, you know, it could be the male's feeling that way about a female here. All right. Okay. I dare tell you off again and again. Don't want to hear that you're always going to surprise me with bad news. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to work with you in my mind about it. I'll solve my own problems and see that I can come back to you and say, I did it. I solved them. And I'm not going to speak to you about it. I just did it. I laugh because I don't want to hurt you. And I'm making my way back to you to tell you that I did it. I walked away from them and I'm leaving them behind. Okay, so someone here wants to leave a particular group of people behind. Okay, could be dealing with an air sign person here. It does say this person doesn't want to see you anymore, so they won't want to help you. Support your mind with everything that you've got going on to surprise them with support and help in their mind. They feel like they can find a way around this and negative energies that they felt or feel like could still be around is positively going to make them feel aware of what's grounding them to stay away from you and make you feel like problems is never going to be yours again with them. It says, you made me feel like I was a problem to you, and I don't want to laugh, but you always made me feel like bad news was going to come. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And I do know that I have my mind made up about who I am and the tidy mind to communicate what I need with a person that knows they can support me and give me invitations or even information that will help me feel surprised by who it is that I can become. I don't know how to support everything that she says or what she wants, but I know that she can try with me and make me see that better things are to come. Okay. It does say you would rather not speak about this, but someone will tell you off and not want you to hear all the time that things are going to work in your favor, but you love yourself, so you wouldn't work on anything less than, and you probably want things to work out just the way it is, or maybe even change your routine, or even the route towards something. It says you've rooted out something here, and maybe it was necessary for you to dig up or to speak about it, or maybe even to see that it wasn't going to be the way you wanted. But it says you have probably left something behind that was more beneficial to you than I could have possibly imagined that you would have anywhere else. So I don't know if someone was trying to, you know, make fun of you, or, you know, vice versa. Maybe someone trying to make fun of someone here, like I said in a couple of readings before, someone trying to make fun of them, you know, kind of telling them that they wouldn't have great news anywhere else in their life, so to speak. And it says, warning, I wanted to know if this could happen because I didn't see anything great for you, with my mind telling me off that you could have better news somewhere else, but I don't want to see that you have problems constantly. I just warn you that I want to be a problem to you and your mind, or even people around you. Certainly don't want to hear that it's going to end, but I know that I need to leave you behind and give up. So I'm causing myself a scene in my mind and giving up feelings of yours because I feel like it could be necessary that you want us. You want us to be here. You want us. It's almost like someone's like, well, here I am, you know, you want me, you want us, you need me, you need us. Not necessarily need, but, you know, it's like trying to show off some skills or show off some attributes or show off what they could give to you, so to speak, but you could still get that elsewhere. All right, I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini here, or if you're dealing with children going to school, you know, school leavers, sixth form, that type of thing, or it could be even in regards to a job that you want to move on from. All right, it could even be in regards to a relationship. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. I like the fact that you always see things from a point of view that I know that I can't help and laugh at, and really feel like it's bad news ongoing, but I do see everything's going to work out just great. I need to move on and take my responsibilities as they come. Maybe I need proper love and maybe security in my life, and I feel like that's the news that I need. I need love and security, someone that's going to support me and be there for me. Wasn't going to tell myself off this time, and maybe I'm making sure that a proper person would come along and maybe make me feel stable. I just want to know that I'm stable. Good news to you, because I don't feel like it's always going to be good news for me. I don't want to hear that it's always good news for me. Probably don't want to hear it, and that's my problem, stubbornness. Don't want to hear it all the time. Yeah, so some of you guys can admit to yourself that, you know, you don't always want to hear good news all the time. You might be stubborn, but you do see things from a perspective of your own, where you want things the way you want things. Put it plain and simple. All right. It does say working on myself is something I need to do, and I see that now. I've studied this, but I don't want to hear that always it's going to be the man that gets away with things and he doesn't know how to support me. When's he going to see that I want him and really want him in the way that I want him, not just the way he wants to be? I do know that I'm working against these negative stigmas here and people telling me off not to speak about it in this way, that way, or the rest. I just want to hear that problems are always going to be certainly not there, but still create them, and I can't help but make them up in my mind and see that they're always there. So I don't know who that is that's always creating problems and seeing that they're always there. Okay, whether that's you, the man, the other person. Okay, but there's some information there that seems to be a bit worrying. It says someone here knows that they can't commit to you being always there, and they need to laugh and move on because they noticed that they needed to see you more as the time went by, or they didn't. So they realized closing out this chapter is something that they need to do. Okay, so there could be a chapter closing out for you here. All right. There could be a chapter closing out around you in some type of way. I know that because I don't want to hear that I'm always dealing with this. People always make me want to have to work with myself and them, and maybe even laugh at the situation, and maybe even make myself clear that I'm not dealing with this, standing for it, or even seeing it from their point of view, because they always want me to see it from their point of view. Okay, and that's how you guys could feel. Some of you guys could be parents, some of you guys could be a wife. Okay, some of you guys just are nurturing your commitments. Okay, some of you guys, you know, have been talking to yourself regularly about certain things that you've seen. It says, I have peed you off enough, and I noticed that, and I don't want to pee myself off, so I may just leave you to wonder, is it going to be okay if I move on from this? Because I do notice that I do talk about these things to my mind and wonder if I could stay there, and maybe even stay there enough to say I'm staying and communicating in a way that I know that I could speak to my mind and see things from my perspective, and maybe even get what I want. I just didn't know that it would surprise me enough to say, well, problems are going to be there still. Did you know that? Because you told me this, and I realize this now that I read into the situation. I realize that if I stay there, then it's going to cause me more problem than I need. Yeah, so someone's, you know, wanting to move away from a situation here. Possibly, you know, like I said, it could be any scenario that you feel like you're in. All right. Okay. I know, because I wouldn't dare want to stay with you anyway. I felt like I could keep on going and maybe even support my mind and stay where I didn't belong. I didn't feel like I belonged there. And I noticed that you didn't belong there either. We just don't fit in. We don't feel like we get along, and we don't get along in a way where we see always the things that you see, or even the things that I see. But I noticed that it's not going to be the same without you. I just feel like I can't give myself enough time to think, is it going to be okay the way I see things? It's not going to be okay, but I don't want to hear that it's always going to be a problem. All right. And I see some of you guys building wealth, generational wealth. Okay. All right. And I see some victories, and you have lots of options in the ways that you are doing these things. Okay. All right. So it says, problems are not solved overnight, but I see a problem with you. If you cry, I cry. Let's cry about it, because I will moan until I get what I want, but I'm not going to get it, am I? I wouldn't want to dare cry for you. I'm not going to dress up and be there for you either. Laugh, because you always feel like you want to drag me into your situations. I'm not going to have it. Okay, so leave me behind. Pee off, this person's saying. Pee off. I don't want to hear from you. You've got to move on and leave us alone. So someone could be sticking up for you and them. Okay. All right, could be dealing with a water sign, you could be dealing with a fire sign, you could be dealing with an air sign. This person's had a victory. It does seem like there's been some type of shocks, and this person is moving on. Okay, I don't want to hear that I'm always going to control myself, though. I have to, because I know that I'm only young, and maybe I need to grow up some more and feel like I'm a man. I don't want to hear that I'm doing this in a way that I'm always going to be probably a problem to you. So if I leave this situation to unfold in the way that I need to, then I'm going to drive myself crazy. But I do know that I can't have good karma in my mind, the way I see things. And sometimes I don't see it in the way that you see things, but I'll work with you and see if you can see it in a better way. Okay, you could be dealing with a child. All right, maybe it's like I said, it could be a grown child, maybe an adult child, or, you know, a teenage child. Okay, all right, it could even be the man. All right, it could be your man. All right, so let's see what else it says. I know I laugh at the situation, but I probably don't want to deal with you either, and I'm certain that I'm not going to work with you all the time, because you don't want to see things from my perspective all the time, and you may make fun of me at times and may make me feel like I have to take the burdens off of you and put me back to the point where I can't communicate things or even see things for myself work out for me. And I don't want to put myself back in that problem again. So I excuse myself from this and ask spirit to move me away from this, so you can move on from it and tidy up your mind. Get rid of clutter, get rid of junk, get rid of whatever's in there that's making you feel like you have to proceed with caution and stay where you was, that was dragging me down, dragging you down, and making us both feel like we're not normal to the mind games of others that are going to play us and make us feel like we're hurting, or we're liberty taking, or we're justifying our points and can't get anywhere with them. I can't believe you keep doing that to us. When are you going to realize that you're not making sense of the situation by thinking that you could hold on and keep things the way it is, when it's not going to work out that way? All right, okay, so someone here is speaking. All right, whether this is you or someone else speaking about this. Okay, It does say I have been controlling, and I don't want to hear that I'm always going to be controlling. So watch what happens on the weekend, or maybe even when I potentially make more money. I can hear myself better. I just noticed that they could have helped me with things that were going to make me get this, but I don't think it's always them. They can riddle me all they want to, but I realize you're not riddling me. You're telling me honestly facts that would help me to move past them and still be able to help and support my dreams the way I want. So I adore you and I appreciate you for this. I just can't hear myself sometimes. Like sometimes I say to myself, I could stay there and still punish myself, or maybe bruise myself and hurt myself just to get what I want. But I don't think it's always going to be fair on you. So I need to tidy up my mind and sort out who I am. Personal traits are getting in the way. Things I want to do. Pride over matter. Pride over ego. Things that I know I want. And I certainly don't want to bring you down with me. Okay. So this person's starting to think, you know, a little bit normal now, even though they're still holding on to certain things that they've wanted to do, but it still could have affected you or people around you. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway, is there anything else before we move on to work and career? Okay, it says, I know this because I could have told you this time and time again. Don't walk all over me and think it's just going to work like that. Pee off if you can pee off from me or from them. I'm not going to allow you to keep dragging me into situations that you always want to drag me into and let me feel like I'm burdened by people making fun of me or making fun of you. I'm not going to. So you watch who you are and watch how you work on things and make my life a living hell again, and watch and see what happens. Okay, could be dealing with a fire sign. Okay, could be dealing with an air sign. Watch out for someone that is spying on you. Maybe you can't see them spying on you, but someone's watching someone walk away from something here and wants to see that someone walks away from something here. Okay, could want to talk to you and tell you, look, walk away. All right, walk away, go away, walk away. All right, all right. So let's see what's going on with work for Taurus, please. Work is going to be beneficial in the next 2 weeks or more. You'll see better news come to you. Laugh because you did it. You walked away and you didn't need to hear anymore. Dining in your mind about it is something that you never want to do, and you promise yourself that you're not going to do it. So laugh and make sure the person never speaks to you again about it. It's not going to work out for you if you stay there and make them feel like they've got the upper hand or make fun of you. Pray to God and make sure that they move on. Okay, because someone's been complaining and contemplating. Okay, could be dealing with a water sign, any water sign here, or two different ones. It says you have been with me on my mind and I wondered, can I come in and speak to you? Clarifying what's been going on in the past versus what's been going on now. I needed to justify how I felt and maybe keep you stuck in your mind there, like we could hurt you again. Oh my gosh. Okay, someone's been tormenting your person, or maybe you could have been doing this to someone. Someone wants justice here. I see someone being loyal to being mad at this and doesn't know which way to go, but wants to move on anyway. Okay, I know that I'm winning right now though, because I could feel like you could take me back and make me feel like I've got good karma, and I don't want to know that you've got good news all the time. So I wouldn't certainly make you feel like you are punishing yourself, but what if probably we're going to be together for a long time? I just feel like I could have better news with you in my mind, but I don't want to see that you always feel like I'm the problem. Well, someone got to walk away here. Okay, someone's got to walk away. All right, and someone is ready to see someone walk away, move on. Okay, this person regrets the idea of not knowing which way to go and to partner up and be conquered. Okay, and wants to see themselves move forward openly in regards to how they see things and want things. All right, it's like someone trying to keep someone stuck. Okay, so let's see what's going on with business. Business is practically better off for you to work on yourself. Work on your whining and your moaning and how you can proceed with caution. Working on your way, building success financially, breaking barriers and proceeding with caution, making sure that you can feel guilt-free to participate with things that you want to work on. Loving yourself and making sure good karma comes is something that you've been doing, and you study this and you make sure that you look forward to it. I'm warning you not to speak, but I do see you and I'm working with you too. So if you work with me, I'll work with you. I certainly don't want to see no bad news. So I'm sponsoring you to behave and be there for yourself. And maybe even work on things that you want to do. I certainly see that you're working on things and working on ways to move past a negative reason to believe that you have tried and tried again, but you can't come back to the mind games of theirs. Letting people know that you've moved on, trusting and believing that you could support yourself, maybe even peed off at the fact that people don't want to help you or support you ongoing, and maybe even trying to help yourself more than usual is something that you've wanted to do. Don't want to hear that you have bad news. So work on yourself and make sure that you push forward and help yourself more and more with these things and these ideas. Victory is yours. Once you see that ideally you have tried and tried and tried and proceeded with caution, because people want to take you in to your mind again and drag you back into the drama, laugh and make them feel threatened by whoever is coming to get you in your mind to tell you that it's going to happen again. It's not going to happen as long as you don't allow it. And peed off is something that you feel right now, but you don't want to feel peed off forever, so you may move on from the situation and laugh. Move on from it and laugh, okay? All right, so let's see what's going on with your love life. Love life. Love life is something I don't want to discuss. Okay, so this is a sensitive subject for some of you guys. Love life is something you don't even want to discuss right now for whatever reason. Okay, love life is something you don't want to discuss. Probably don't know which way things are going. Feel like you are trapped in your mind about certain things, or trapped by the feelings of someone else's. It says you have given yourself ingredients to proceed with caution, or maybe even tell yourself that it's never going to work, or maybe even walked away from a person that never supported you or giving you what you wanted. You've seen these things and you didn't want to laugh any more than you have, but you have to, because you're laughing at something that never made sense to you, and you walked away and you had to laugh because no one wants you to feel like you've got to go in your mind about them 24/7 or ongoing about the same thing, round and around in circles. I never needed you though, so support that. I'm peed off. So someone here is really peed off, okay? Says I do feel peed off, because what if I needed you to support me and you couldn't help me? I really feel like you could support me in the ways they want to, but you don't want to. And I realize it's not just because you need help, it's because I need help in the ways I need, but then I'm dragging you back into the same cycle. I would never want to do that. Then I realize it's not going to work. You're not going to allow me to think I've got to move on, but I've got to move on if I feel like bad news is coming. So if I feel like bad news is coming, will you support me? Because I'm not going to help myself in this situation, but my mind is telling me off. You really need support of your own. And peeing me off is not going to pee you off, but it's going to pee you off more than it's going to pee me off. And if you pee me off, I'm going to pee you off. So stop peeing me off. Woo! Okay, someone is really peeing someone off here. Could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? Could be dealing with another earth sign here as well. Check out Capricorn's reading. Could be dealing with a fire sign, maybe a Leo or Sagittarius here, or even okay, I'm hearing for some of you guys an Aquarius. But it says some of you guys really know how to control your mind and your mind games. Don't want to pee myself off, so I've got to work on myself and be smarter. I'm really going to take point of views when it comes to discussing things with my mind and people around me. Don't want to hear bad news all the time, so I need to look forward to better news coming in. You swore that you was never going to tell me off, so watch and see what happens if I do take this opportunity. Are you going to tell me off again and let me know that I have bad news coming? Because I'm warning you not to speak to me, but I probably would push you aside and say, well, you peed me off enough. I wouldn't want to deal with you again anyway. Ugh. Okay, let's see what's going on with the singles. I love the fact that I'm always single, and I want to know that I can be this way for a long time. People are telling me off and making me feel bad about who I am. I wouldn't want to hear it anymore. I've tidied up my mind and made sure people could never talk to me in any way that was going to make sense of yours. I don't want to hear what you have to say, but I will hear what you have to say if you're going to move on. Leave me alone. If you're trying me and making me feel bad, I want to know that you can move on. Pee off. Don't listen to me in a way where you're going to like it and stay. I don't want to hear that. So maybe you should move on. Okay. Someone could be dealing with a Libra. Someone could be dealing with a fire sign. I don't want to hear that you're always going to be there telling me off. I just don't want to hear it. So maybe you should move on. So you could be telling someone this as well. All right. So let's see what's going on with those that are in a relationship. Relationships are suddenly going to be better off without friends, family members, or people bothering them. It says you've always had that idea that someone is feeling bothered by you or bothered by someone around you. When are you going to realize that they don't want to see you or even believe in you, but they will warn you that things will change? Something is said to you in your mind. Whether or not you heard it It could be in your dreams. It says some of you may have dreams about this person, but you may not know how to support your ideas. People have said a lot to me, but I don't know how to support my mind with you. Are you going to see that I need support with my mind? I can't help you with everything, but I can help you with theirs. They will tell you that you've got karma coming or bad news. I just know that I couldn't give you that though, because I know my mind's telling me off that I can't give you this all the time, trying to harm you and hurt you. Whether or not I want to, I can't do this. And I'm telling myself to stop doing that. Stop doing that to her, because she's always telling me I've been greedy or even grieving about the situation, or even mindful about who I am, but not really. And then I notice that I'm not minding my manners. I'm not minding who I am. I'm not minding what I have to say. I may never be who you are, but I will be who I am, and I'm supporting who I am. Don't want to hear that I'm always greedy or negative in the way that you see things. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. So someone just does not want to hear. Doesn't want to hear. That's all they keep saying. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay. So let's see what's going on. It's a lot. I don't know what you got going on with. Alright, let's see what's going on with married couples. Okay, married couples are still seeing each other doing great things and laughing and having fun. Want to know that you are confident, so I'm telling you, sending you gifts to remember me and say that you have better news. I like you all, so I want to support that, and I really see myself in my person's eyes as a good person. I don't want to see any bad news with my friends or family members, so I will support you some days, but not always. And I need to go now because I don't want to speak to everyone, but I do see everyone is having a great time, mainly because I do want to see that problems are solved in my love life, and I want to see that problems are solved in yours. Are you going to be there and support mine? Because I want you to support mine in the way I can support yours. Pleading guilty in my mind for nervousness is something that I do. I want to be nervous at times because I do feel like bad news is there, but not always, and I have good karma. So I'm going to work on myself more and see that blessings are there. Probably want to see my friends or family members come together and see my person there too. I want to adore you and I want to speak to you. Can you speak to me and let me know things are going to be okay? I do love you and I want to support the ideas that we've pushed forward and made happen. So I'm going to speak about these things and make sure that we live together in a private manner and work on the things that we can work on alone, and maybe even personal traits of ours can mesh and gel well in the eyes of each other and love each other and support each other, because I want to see better news come for us. That's beautiful. I'm going to leave it there in regards to the good things going on with the marriages right now, and let's see what's going on with the individuals, what's going on with Aries and Taurus. Aries doesn't mind speaking about Taurus and speaking about them in a way that they can have grief let go of, and maybe even punishments let go of. They don't want to hear punishments. It's always there. Greediness is there. Private matters is there. People are there. Problems are there. But I don't want to see that you're always going to be my problem. I've got things to do and I want to work on those things. So excuse me if I have to be rude or even negative or move on at times from what you've got to say, but I need to see better news come my way. All right. So that's how they feel. So let's go and see what's going on with Taurus and Taurus. Okay, so Taurus and Taurus are going to be ready for you to be blessed and well, and good energy is coming in for you both. It says blessings and wellness is something that you have worked on. Great news is coming. The gravity is sending you many gifts right now, and possibly a good mind game to play yourself, whether or not it's going to happen. I'm hearing something about a check for some of you guys. Maybe someone's writing a check for you. Okay, it does say something is happening here with your wealth and your money is rising. Problems are never solved overnight, but you are working on them, playing the mind games of your own to make sure that you see that better things can come, or maybe not in times of trouble. It says, I know this because I work on you sometimes when I need what I want, and I want what I want, and I need what I need. Someone may want to trouble you and maybe take advantage of you, but you don't want this to happen, so you're working against the situation to make sure problems are never liabilities. It says liabilities are here. Proceed with caution. I want to get you in the ways that I want to, but I'm not going to see that problems are always there for me. So I'm going to allow you to think you've got me, but you haven't got me in the ways that I thought you could think you could have me. I told you I would not send you any more bills or messages to let you know that I'm coming to participate with this, but I don't want to hear that you're hurting and not being prepared to pay me what you need to pay me, or even struggling. I want to hear that you probably have better news than your friends or your family members, and I don't want to hear that your problems are solved overnight, but they will be once you've solved your ideas. Okay, so all right, that's how you guys may be self-talking, or maybe even talking to someone around you, or maybe even, you know, Capricorn to Capricorn, Why do I keep mentioning Capricorn? You might want to check out Capricorn reading. I don't know why I keep mentioning it. Maybe Capricorn wants to see you or speak to you or talks about you a lot, but you know, yeah, Taurus to Taurus. That could be what it is as well. And remember, also Taurus stands for commitments as well. So it says you will change up and think things are going to be good for you, and see that benefits are going to be something that you have in the near future. If you warn yourself that you have good pride over ego and problem solving, you'll have benefits in your mind about who you are, and beneficial things will come and take hold of you in a way that you have probably solved everything that you needed and solved your problems. Okay, all right, so some of you guys are sorting out, you know, beneficial things for yourselves right now. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Whew. I'm hot. Let's see what's going on, honey, with okay, let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini loves himself but doesn't want to proceed with caution. People are there winding down energies to see what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks or 2 months or a year. Won't promise you anything, but I'm secretly in love with you and I want to care about you. I just don't want to share my life with you ongoing if I feel like I need to. Keep away from you and send you that. Emails, text messages are there to show you that I don't have to be there. I could hide away and not give you anything. I don't have to be there for you, but I probably wanted to show you this anyway. I just wanted to show you that I could be there, or maybe I couldn't be there. What if I don't want to be there and I'm wondering if I want to be there at the same time too? Just laugh, because I always told you I could be there, but what if I'm not there? And then you realize that you're not getting the same help or the same scenery like you used to have. What if you don't have that anymore because you've seen things from another perspective or another point of view? What if you don't see us anymore and you leave us? What if that happens? What if you always laugh and move on and never want to speak to us again? What if that happens? And then I said to myself, well, I don't know if I'm going to work with you in that way, but I do see you're working on this, so maybe I need to see how far it can get, or how far it's going to go, or how far you can continue to work on my mind and let me know that your problem is solved and you've moved on. All right, so let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Taurus. Okay. I don't want to hear from you over and over, but what if I need you? And I'll surprise myself to be there for you, but I wouldn't dare want to talk to you again and again. So I'm looking forward to better news coming. When will she move on? I don't want to hear that she's always going to be there anyway. Okay. It says that only Cancerian knows why they're speaking like this, and problems are never theirs. They feel like problems are always going to be a problem with you, the way they see things or think about things, so they warn you not to speak, but they look forward to moving on from you and try to award you with good karma in your mind to sell yourself to the minds of many others, or many things that you've got going on, or many things that you thought would work out for you and never thought it would work out at all. It says, I've warned you that it could happen in any direction you wanted, and maybe you didn't realize that I was going to pull you back into the same one, but I don't want you to hear that it's going to be that way. So I'll leave you, and I'll trust that you can move on and move past this situation and leave me to my mind, because I don't want to hear from you again, but I will release you from my karma, because I heard that you had bad mood swings when I was there, and you had bad luck when I was there, and I won't want to dare dream of giving you that again. So what if I purposely put you back in your mind to say you've got to move on? I'd rather you move on and make you move on and let you move on, so I don't have to deal with you anymore. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leos. Okay, Leo says, I wish that you was there in my mind sometimes, but I don't want to hear that you're always going to abuse us or treat us bad. I don't want to hear that you're always mentally retarded and making me feel that you've got a problem. I said that you've got a problem, so where are you going with this? Well, I've got problems with you, you've got problems with me, says Taurus. And Taurus doesn't mind speaking to you about this, but Taurus also knows that they've got problems of their own, and people are there confusing them and helping them to feel confused and don't know how to support that idea. It says Leo would rather not build a relationship with you, and praying that you will go away and move on anyway. All right. Okay. So let's see what's going on with. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo does not mind speaking to you or spending the night with you or spending time with you in your mind, looking forward to problems, or even people that don't have problems with you, or even do, but I don't know if I want them with you. I just love you and I want to see better news for you. So I sell my soul to you in a way that I can have better news and look forward to better news coming in, because I love you, but I just don't know how to surprise you all the time. And I feel like that's the problem. I don't know how to gift you or give to you the way I want to. And I realize that you don't know how to give me or gift me the way I want. It's just something that I feel like I would want. It's something that I would want, but I don't know if I would want it. I don't know if I would want what you gave me or even gifted me. I don't know if I want it. I may not use it or even leave my mind to wonder if I'm going to give it away, but I just wondered, why did you give me that one? That was probably a best friend type of gift, or maybe a personal gift that you would love to give someone that you would want to continue to be with. I maybe thought, well, where was I going with this type of energy? And I probably said, I sell it, or maybe give it away to a friend, possibly not even have it in my possession, maybe give it away to a friend. They would appreciate it more. And I feel like I would just give it away to you, or maybe even give it back to you, because I don't know if I want this gift, but I'm seeing that you could use it, or potentially make sure you use it for yourself, or maybe even laugh, because I don't want to feel like you have to give me anything to cleverly keep me in your mind. But I feel like you could have it back if you want to. I just don't want it. And maybe I feel like if you knew how I felt, then you would want to cleverly move on from me, or maybe even see that I'm not bothered about it, or maybe even hear that I'm not using you or taking from you. But I just laugh, like, why would you want to give me something so useful to you but not to me? Oh, okay. So I don't know if that's how you feel about them or how they feel about you. Just take it as it resonates. Let's see what's going on with Libra. Okay, Libra does not like being your friend and doesn't want to be ignored at the same time too. Doesn't want to know that you're moving past the mind games they've been playing, or seeing them for who they are, but doesn't want to hear that you're always moving past the mind games they've been playing to see what's going on with you. They would rather see what's going on with you and communicate that with you, and see if they can play you and manipulate you and torture you and torment you until you feel like bad news is going to come. It says you wonder why it's been going this way for a while, because you realize they know how to catch you or catch up with you in bad news and make you feel like bad news is coming. They laugh because they've seen this about you and they don't like it, but they wonder, could you come back and make me feel like bad news is coming all over again? Because I wondered how you did it last time, but I noticed you was trying to manipulate me and play mind games with me. Did you honestly think you was going to get away with it? I understand that you didn't know how to support your ideas, but you could probably moan and groan and move past it. I would never want to hear from you again as long as I live. And if I have to say it in that way, you'll see my wrath. I will tell you again, I'm not dealing with you, but you can deal with your own mind and make your mind up on how you feel. I'm not going to deal with the situation ongoing to make yourself feel like you have problems with me, or problems ongoing with my mind or the way I see things. You probably didn't want to know that I was going to speak to you in that way or even see you in that way, but you probably have problems that I don't even want to hear about. And maybe I see things in the way that you see things and you think it's me. I tarnish your reputation and drag you down. I honestly don't feel any badness about it or any shame, but I'm going to make you feel that way again. Watch and see what happens in November. My problems are yours and I completely drag you back into them. I'm going to break you and make you feel like problems are yours. Watch and see what happens then. You're probably not going to realize it, but problems are always going to be yours, and watch what happens then. Oh my goodness. This could be you or them. Take it as it resonates. All right. Let's see what's happening with Scorpio and Taurus. Okay, Scorpio hates you, doesn't want to date you, doesn't want to see you, and doesn't want to deal with you. Laughing stock. You may be a laughing stock to them, or you may be someone that you don't want to see who is invited out for dinner or lunch with them because they don't want to deal with you. They've been honestly regretting it, and maybe even helping themselves to see that problems are not going to be solved overnight, but they want to see you really winning the wage that you can win without torturing them or touching them in their mind to support them with bad news. They don't want to hear bad news come from you or anyone else, and they'd rather mean well by you but not see you in a good way if you're going to hurt them. They leave you feeling like you have to communicate this all over again because they don't want to hear you, and they don't want to hear you, and they don't want to hear you, but you've heard them enough and you don't want to hear them too. Both stubborn people are not going to satisfy each other. Moving past the situation is not going to help if you don't want to see each other's point of view. Bad news is there if you don't want to feel it or hear it, or new things is going to happen but you don't want to deal with it. And when will you get the drift? It's not going to be you that's dining with me or being there for me in the ways that I want. So I would never want to date you or even see you again, but I laugh and I let you have fun with me just the way I wanted fun. I don't want fun with you anymore though. I see that you're fun out or fun enough without me or fun with someone else. Have fun with someone else and move on. Oh, okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with oh wait a minute, they're not finished. It says you know that you could have time out and speak to someone else and maybe even speak to another female or male, but I would never want to date you. Just move on, just move on, just move on, just move on. Okay, all right, let's see what's going on with Sag and Taurus. Sag hates you, doesn't want to date you. Speed up this reunion. I want to see him again. I don't want to see you, I want to see him again. Oh, okay, someone wants to see someone else. They don't want to see you again, they want to see him again. Okay, let's see what's going on, Capricorn. Capricorn hates this and doesn't want to hear from you either. Doesn't want to hear anything from you. Doesn't want to laugh. Doesn't want to play mind games. But does proceed with caution because they know that they're billing you more in your mind about things that you didn't want to hear, or even karma is coming to you and you hate it. And you don't like it. And dating them or seeing them or even planning with them is not going to help you either. You don't like hearing nothing they have to say and you try to warn them, don't speak to me. But you always want to come back with something that makes me feel like I have to be dragged into your problems again. Plenty of times over, and I'm tired, and I want to warn you to stop worrying me and peeing me off. Problems are not solved overnight. Get it? Move on. Drive me crazy and I'll drive you crazy, but watch and see what happens. Please proceed with caution and don't bother me. I will leave you to believe that problems are never going to be yours. Solve this. Frig off. So I'm hearing someone telling someone to F off. Oh my gosh. Whew, this is too much. All right, so let's see what's going on with Aquarius and Taurus. Aquarius doesn't want to hear from you and drives them back to their mind games. It says, proceed with caution. If I drag you into a police car, would you tell me off? If I drag you down the wrong road, would you tell me off? If I drag you back to where you belong, would you tell me off? Dragging you into problems of mine is never going to solve mine. I promise I'm not going to solve my own doing this either. But who told me to do this for you and make you feel like you had to give me this problem? I never wanted to hear from you again, but what if I've got problems of my own and I'm dealing with it? And then I think, well, why am I dealing with you in that way? I probably don't even want to address the situation, and then I'm telling you that I'm trying to try you, punish you, and push you down a stairwell, or even push you down a problematic place that you could have bad news, or even drag you into court, or maybe even drag you into a garden, or maybe even drag you down a well, or even drag you to the point where I don't even understand why I'm dragging you. I'm dragging you so much to the point where I can't even help it. I need to drag my mind out of this, but I feel like you're dragging me into a place of hell, or into a place of jail, or into a place of problems, into a place where there's police and custody or negativity. I'm dragging you there. Lord of mercy, this sounds disgusting. It says you always knew this about them, but you didn't want to warn yourself that it would come to this. You've been pretending that things were going to get better when it didn't, and you laugh because it always was going to be them that would push you and drag you down places that it was never going to work. It says you need to watch out for whoever you're dealing with. Aquarius people are going to drag you into problems. Whether you like it or not, they're going to do that. It says you like it sometimes when you want to love on me or make me feel better. I don't know where they get that information from, but hey, I don't know if that's just because that's their nature and that's just how they see things, deal with things. Okay, it says I love you, but I don't want to hear that you're always dragging me into problems. And it says this person thought that you wanted to drag yourself into problems with them because their mind is mental and very stressful and very liberal in a way where they karmically give you pleasure but never give you anything good or worth your while or your time in a way that you get what you want. It's always mentally ill energy that they proceed with caution about when it comes to you, but not really you in a way that you've got it. And it says they do give you it, but they don't want to admit it, and dining with you and whining with you and moaning about it is never going to help. They said they would see you in a problem and they would never want to help, and they hate the fact that they always want to karmically give you pleasure in your mind to jail you or sentence you or drag you down or push you or maybe even make you mad at them time after time again. They liberty take on your soul and they tarnish your reputation and they make you feel nervous. Mind you, they want to feel bad news is coming to you right now. So watch your back, watch your mind if you feel like Aquarius is coming to drag you into their problems again. Bloody hell, that was a lot. That was a hell of a lot. What's going on, Pisces? I'm moving past that one, honey. Yeah, I'm moving past that energy, honey, for you. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces hates you and doesn't want to deliver for you. They would rather see Aquarius's point of view, and they don't like it too. But they see it and they warn them too, not to drag them into their problems, but they're seeing you as a problem, just the same way they see you and Aquarius as a problem. Wow. Okay, let's leave it there. All right. Let's leave it there, my loves. Okay, let's see what's going on with your angel messages before we close out this reading, Taurus. Oh my gosh, what the hell is going on, honey? Right. So, Aquarius. No, why am I saying Aquarius? What's going on with angel messages? Angel messages. It says heart-to-heart conversations, honest decision. Oh, honestly decide your feelings with each other. So you might be having some heart-to-heart conversations with someone. Okay, it says retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Some of you guys may want to, you know, just want to run away and hide from something, or move on from something, or just leave them to it, honey, like what was said in your reading. Okay, it says new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So some of you guys are getting new love, new romance, or some of you guys are speaking to a new individual. Okay, it says getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost sleeves to each other. Your bond deepens. Okay, so the more they look down your sleeve, honey, or the more you look down their sleeve, the bond deepens. And it says honeymoon. So some of you guys may be traveling together, going away together, going on holiday together, or maybe even going in your separate directions. Okay, it says enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. All right, so let's see what's going on with your angel messages, your other angel messages. Okay, I'm also hearing all is well. Okay, so maybe there's nothing to worry about deep down inside. Okay, but someone here wants to tarnish your reputation or report you to a police station, or maybe even tell you off for something, for some of you guys. And for some of you, it's not going to be worth even listening to, because it's trash that a negative neighbor or friend wants to talk about with you in their mind, or maybe not, because they're going through it and they see that you will drag them down that road if they participate with something negative in their mind about you, and they're hearing problems in their head time and time again that's going to harm you or hurt their mind about it even more, if they keep telling themselves that bad luck is there, bad news is there, because they probably want to witness good fortune come for you in your mind, but not in your reality. Okay, all right. So, steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. Okay, all right, so let's see what's going on with your other angel message. Okay, spread your wings, Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So, you know, go for your dreams, my lovelies. All right, so let's see what's going on with universal messages. Okay. Alright. So, true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Some of you guys are not doing that. This card came out in reverse. Okay. Some of you guys choose to ignore, telling someone to pee off, or if it's not you, it could be someone around you, okay, that don't want to listen to something again and again and again and again. Okay, so however that resonates with you, let's see what's going on with your angel numbers, honey. Let's see. Number 36, number 3, number 23, number 6 or 16, number 15, number 7, number 11, number 48, and number 12. Okay, that's it. So I'll speak to you again in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.